hope you guys are doing good. It's Sunday morning, and hopefully you've had a slow wake-up process with a long breakfast and maybe some guitaring already. Who knows? We can always hope. Hey, what's cooking good looking? The femboy. Should we do another kind of live stream perhaps? Zombie. Sorry, don't know any. Yo, Coop. I'm only seeing half the comments here on my main screen. Live chat. Oh, that's better. Good. Play some Metal Gear Rising. I don't even know what that is. So I'm just jamming around here in D minor, and someone requested a like a sadder kind of track, ballad track, slow and sad yesterday, and we started doing this one, and I got some good vibes from it, so I figured I might as well start with this one. It's taken from the Jam Room Rock Metal Ballad at the GMC site. And it's my fellow instructor, Javier Aviles, who's doing an amazing job producing this backing track and also playing over it. But if you guys want to tune in, the easiest way to do it is just to grab your D minor pentatonic scale on the 10th fret. But I'm also adding a lot of in-between notes, so like minor, D minor, Aeolian, it's the same scale. And it's basically just, the pentatonic has 5 notes, the minor scale has 7 notes per octave, so it's just 2 more, and it's not that hard once you understand that, the guitar only has 12 notes in total to choose from. If you can figure out how those 7 minor notes repeat, it's not that much harder than those 5 notes from the pentatonic scale. So it's a good scale. Great day. Take care and stay safe. Have a good one, Husky. You sound amazing. Thank you, Zachary. Good playing guitar. You guys are too kind, man. Gangnam Style. No, I don't know. I don't even think there's any guitar in there, is there? It's good to hear, though, that people in Australia are still listening to Gangnam Style. Oppa Gangnam Style. Okay, we need to make a little change here, I think. Well, let's try this one. Pretty nice. So this is a G sharp minor. I messed up pretty quickly. Let's try it again. as you can tell here, I like to try to weave in some of those faster build-ups to add some tension to melody. And it's all good, it's all good practice as well, because a lot of us guitarists have worked on those runs, and we really need to constantly figure out new ways to make them sound musical and not just like exercises. So I can't really think of a better way than to jam away with some slower phrasing. And whenever you feel the time is right, try to build up some tension with a faster run. Oh, my favorite Swedish guitarist. Thank you, John. Oh, Arn, thank you so much, man. Ruan, you gotta go clean that bathroom. You know what to do, man. Turn on some good music and just do it. Pavel, thank you, man. There you have it. That was a bit of G sharp minor pentatonic there. Let's try something in a different key here. So maybe in B minor instead. So you can gravitate towards the 7th fret here. You can play your pentatonic box here on the 7th fret. Works really well. So Iron Maiden might be hard to fit over this. Let's try. Left alone. Ryan, you like my new camera setup? Thanks so much, man. Yeah, I've been working hard on this one. Not only saving up for the actual gear, but also just the last 3 days, I had the intention of recording so much stuff, but I've actually only worked on this setup. It's been a little bit exhausting, you know, especially today when I thought, well, yesterday's stream went fine, so I'll just go now. But no. For some reason, the OBS software is giving me issues, and yeah, but we're here now, so it's good. Thank you, Minex. Sorry, I don't know the Bohemian Rhapsody solo. Thank you so much, Minex. Hope you're having a good day at work today. So you're working Sundays. What are you working with, man? Hey there, Alex T. What's up, my man? Now you have to be a rock star. That's good. Curtis, 9 out of 10. Not so bad. That's years of work there, folks. Thank you so much, Minex. It is, yes. I've been practicing for about 30 years, or playing for 30 years. So it takes some time, but You could probably get up to standards faster than that. I would say around 10 years is a good guideline there. I mean, I've been playing on and off for a long time. I usually say it's all about being inspired, right? So if you can devote a couple of years being totally inspired, that's going to compensate for 20 years of not so much inspiration. And for me, it's gone up and down during these 30 years. I've had a lot of downs and ups. I think that's normal, that's the way it goes. But I have to say that when I got most consistent practicing results, it wasn't really what I practiced. It was what I did around the practicing to remain inspired. That's really the main thing. Just keep on playing. Aguante! Not sure what that means. Hola, ¿cómo está? Sweep picking. Let's do some sweeping. Uncle Sam, this one's for you. Not the easiest neck to sweep on, but I can do a little bit. It's a bit bulky, and I like it. It's chunky, but it's more of a... Thank you, Harley Shopper. Thank you so much, man. Raima, thank you. Thank you, Walmart table. Forensic, that's one that I haven't heard in terms of guitar playing. I hope it's a good thing. So this is a very nice track, I think. Let's see if we can get some more in the same style. You're like a hidden gem. You're too kind, man. The world doesn't know about, but I'll remember you. Inspired me. Thanks, man. How did you do legato with all strings? Good question. So how do you legato all over the guitar? The legato, for those of you who don't know, is when you rely mostly on hammer-ons and pull-off to create a smooth sound on the guitar, as opposed to staccato, which is more of that kind of thing, right? Where you pick every note. Cool, so you're listening to music on your car system. So this is solely thanks to my new setup. I don't think that would have sounded good with the previous setup. So I'm very happy to hear that, man. So how do you legato all over the guitar? I mean, this is a huge topic, but one of the things that was really a game changer for me was to start using hybrid picking. So basically hybrid legato. I'm doing pick, finger, and legato. And that's also how I can get quite a bit of speed. That kind of thing. That's thanks to hybrid legato. So if you look closely in my right hand here, so I would say that's probably the number one thing I might do a little bit differently from many other people who legato. I think it's a common thing among more modern shredders, but so use pick and fingers. And the reason why that is tricky for a lot of people is because you have this big picking movement. And what that does is when you pick like this, you're also transporting your pick or your fingers away from the strings. So it's a little hard to use your fingers if you've just thrown them away from the strings, right? So what I do instead of doing this big picking movement is a small thumb joint movement. So I can already pre-position my hybrid finger on the next string. So I don't know if you can see that. You see, it's already there, prepared for this. And you can't do that if you play fast and you pick like this and you're far away from the guitar, then you have to go back and apply your finger. And that's why most people fail. So do a small finger, like a small picking movement. I call it the thumb joint movement, and then use your hybrid finger there. That's really the key for a good hybrid legato technique. Fikiri, you need to be patient, man. I'm explaining stuff. Gabe, what's up, my man? Aguante is like great. Good to hear, man. Staccato, yeah. Maybe, let's see here. That's so good. Thank you, Raima. You're too kind. The Trooper. I don't remember it. Sorry, man. But I did play an Iron Maiden song here. Left alone. Sorry, man. I suck at that. Juan, sorry, don't know any Santana. Brutal Bump! Oh, I like that. That's my old track. But damn, I don't remember it. There was some really nice sweeping running. I don't know. Christopher can't play everything at the same time. I like it. It would be fun if I could do that, but I'm afraid you're right. Oh, any plans of making long-form content? Oh, well, there are some plans, yeah. It's gonna be easier now that I have a decent camera. I feel that on YouTube, it's like you can't really kick your quality up to notch. Chances of you coming through are slim. So it's a little bit better, I think, with this new camera setup, but I'm gonna have to think some more. I do have some stuff that I uploaded recently in the last couple of months, and I'm also looking to get a little bit of feedback on that, because you know, that's gonna take me to the next possible topics. If you want to check out my previous video, you can just check out the channel. You can always shoot a request, JC. Are you in a band? Not currently, but I'd like to be at some point. Play Malmsteen, okay. Ah, that wasn't good. Let him try one track. Mittwoch, mein Deutsch ist schlecht. That's one of my tracks. You can find it here on the channel. Mittwoch habe ich vergessen. Works nicely with this. I should make a ballad version of Mittwoch. Ozzy Osbourne. No. There you have some Ozzy Osbourne. What more do we have? No. He lost his mind. Can he see, or is he blind? He watches the sea. Majesty. That's also a ballad version of that. What's the other one? I don't know. My guitar brand right now is a Gibson Les Paul Jr. It's a Les Paul Jr. Studio, I think. LPJ. I don't know, Painkiller. My favorite guitarist, that's a good one. I would say really what got me started working on my lead shops was probably a mix of Slash, Marty Friedman, and Yngwie Malmsteen. But then I started diving into this whole world of guitarists, and I think I borrowed just a little bit from everybody, you know, like Steve Morse, Eric Johnson, Tony McAlpine, Greg Howe, Blue Saraceno, Alan Holsworth. Did I mention him maybe? I don't know. The list goes on, but I never was really good at learning songs from people. I always like stole a lick here and there. That's how I went about it. Harmonic minor over this, Matt, might be tricky. I don't know how well that fits, but you can always try. My most expensive guitar, I don't know. Maybe, oh, you can't even see it because of this. Maybe the Parker there in the corner. The camera really can't figure out the zoom here, but it's there. Here, I'm back. Yeah, I think I'm back. Yeah, it's the Brutal Bump Parker right there. Thanks for reminding me of that track. I had a lot of fun recording it. That's fun. So I think it's time to do some... You are the greatest guitarist on YouTube. Uncle Sam, you are the best person on YouTube. How about that? So I think it's time for us to do a little bit of traditional E minor now. This one's for you, Slayer. I don't know how good that sounded, I tried. Any Slipknot, sorry. that's a worthy challenge. I don't know any Göttergoven, but when I do use my shredder guitars, that kind of thing, right, tends to, if you combine some wide stretch legato with some tap pick, I guess you take you somewhere close to Guthrie. Can't really do that now, though. Sorry, don't know this whole, it's a painkiller. Excellent, thank you, Hotfly. Am I spamming licks or just playing shapes? Good question. Well, spamming licks, I guess that would be noodling, right? In guitar language, spamming licks. Maybe noodling, playing shapes. Shapes would be, I guess, scales and arpeggios. I think I do a bit of both. I don't really learn shapes like arpeggios or scales without licks. I think that's kind of useless, and that's also what I try to teach people. If you're struggling remembering scales, understanding scales, or using scales, it's probably because you're just playing the scale. You're not applying any licks or patterns to it. So I try to kind of practice what I preach there, and I never learn any shapes without licks. So I guess it's all licks that I'm noodling around with when I'm not consciously trying to improvise. So if I focus a little bit more and play the wrong scale like I did there one time, that kind of thing is more improvised, right? But if I read your comments or just think about something else, it's going to be more of a noodling thing. And I guess you could say I'm spamming licks now. It's a new way to, interesting way to say it. A guy at the gas station gives me a thumbs up. Well, give him a thumbs up back and just tell him I said hello. Talk about the internet connecting people, man. That's cool. Un abrazo desde Perú. Y hola, yo soy de Suecia. Oh, I said, digging the new camera. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, I've been wanting to invest in this one for a long time. My old HDV, like big Canon camera, broke more than a year ago, and I just couldn't get myself to invest in a new one. Now I finally did it, and it's way too late. Should have done it earlier, but it's like I know that when you do this kind of thing, it basically takes a week away from you. First, you got to do the research, what to buy, and then you bought it and nothing works when you're trying to connect everything. At least that's how it was for me. I hadn't used the streaming softwares for over a year and nothing worked basically. So even today I had to mess with the OBS to make it work, and it's like the third day of streaming. So yeah. But now we're here, and with the new equipment, and hopefully I can get back to more content production. Now it's like I haven't even had the time to figure out what to explain in this session. That's why I call it Sunday Live. Typically I would spend some time figuring out something to show you guys, but now I have to invest all that time in just making the equipment work. I'll get through it eventually. Scallop, yeah, it can help you a little bit with legato and bending. It's not a game changer, so I think for most people who are figuring whether that would be a quick fix for playing fast, it won't work. But if you already have some chops and you find yourself preferring really jumbo frets, like high frets, then yes, scalloping could be for you. Whoops. That's a good question, John. Am I thinking of what to play next, or is it muscle memory? So whenever I'm not thinking, then it's muscle memory. So if I'm reading your comments or just am being distracted for some reason, then it's going to be muscle memory. But as soon as I can kind of, that's why it's so important to play with feeling, try to feel what you're doing, because that's when you focus and can get away from those muscle memorized licks and shapes that you typically would do. So whenever it sounds good and less predictable, then I'm probably thinking. Whenever it sounds like a robot just playing scales up and downs, then I'm relying on muscle memory. Ooh, what's this? It's an A minor. Let's do A minor, baby. So there I tried to think a little bit and was a bit more improvised. Stainless frets, stainless steel. I have one guitar with them. That's the Parker guitar I showed you. I love them, but usually they're kind of expensive. So. Oh, I think there might be a key change here. Let's see. No, I think we're good. AC/DC, man. It won't work here, I think. We're gonna have to make our own little adjustment of that riff. Even better if you can take a riff and kind of make it your own, right? If you sound like a dying cat when you sing, you should ask someone who knows how to sing. I also sound like a dying cat, or I prefer to sound like a barking dog. That's my favorite sound. Yeah! But I don't know how to sing very well, so you should ask someone else. Usually it's too much strain from the throat, right? You want to work from your diaphragm, and a lot of people who sing crappy, I think they're trying to use like a different voice when singing, but you should just go for your spoken voice and see if you can take this one into singing. That's a good start. Oh yeah! But there you see I went into another voice, like, I'm singing like this, that's not very good, because this is not how I speak, it's gonna sound like crap. So it's better to try to use your own voice. I've done that mistake for a long time, so better try to use your regular speaking voice. That's gonna sound good if you can turn this kind of voice into a note. You wanna sing like that. But I'm really crappy at it. I should not even try. Oh yeah. It sounds like a monster's about to die. I should refrain, and I should hit the right notes instead. Maybe I should try to sing more with my new setup, but I'm gonna have to work a little bit on it. I haven't done singing for, it feels like years. But it's easier when you have a mic up close. maybe I can do that thing, you know, the blues guys when they solo is like, oh yeah! Oh yeah, yeah! I'm done with my solo. Biggest move of the summer. Well, I have some, I could do maybe this.
Yeah, here's what you're gonna watch this summer. This is an important announcement coming from you right from the chat. And I really want you to check out my new movie on the cinema. It's super important for me, and you gotta pay a lot of money for it. That's also important. Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, I'm just adjusting some settings here in real time. That's a good one. How do I play fast legato and sweeping without all the extra string noise? That's a major challenge, right? Right, keeping your guitar quiet as you shred and use a lot of distortion. So I guess you could first just try to check out just like a single string thing. Can you play like a single string with cleanly? I think if you just hit your strings like this, carefully make them sound clean, then it doesn't sound that good. You really got to give them some whack, and then you're going to immediately face the problem of getting extra string noise, right? If I do big picking movement, if I don't have a good technique there, it's going to sound like this. We don't really want that, right? We want the big movement, we want the attack, but we don't want the noise. So actually, we do want a little bit of initial noise, like the string rate. That kind of sound is cool. That has to end right when the note starts, right? So if you use the big movement and you're not in control of the strings, you're going to get all that noise ringing. Brutal bump, isn't it? I don't know. I don't remember. I have to check it out. It seems a lot of people want to see that again. So, how do you control that noise when sweeping and tapping? You gotta use all the parts of your fingers and hands that are at your disposal. So, when you're practicing slowly and you're maybe playing arpeggio and you're just like in the middle of it playing, I don't know, Let's see here. You're playing. So each and one of those notes, let's say I'm playing the G string there, then I gotta make sure that the bottom part of my finger is muting the thinner strings, and that my palm is muting the thicker strings. And it's not a precise science, but at least you have to think about it when you're practicing slowly, because that's when you have the opportunity to kind of program in that muting technique into your style. So it's too late to think about it if you've already developed the speed but without the noise control. So if you can do this, but it sounds like this, then you're gonna have to go back and relearn slowly. I've had to do that for quite a few things in my playing. I don't know what lobster is, boss lady, but I can hear you like to be a boss. What guitar am I using? Gibson LPJ. I don't know SRV Little Wing or Hendrix Little Wing. Helena Sita. Hello there. I'm doing good, thank you. Tapping. Oh, I sound totally off. So that's what I prefer doing, the ham, like two-handed tapping. It's Greg Howe inspired, and in order to do that, you have to be comfortable with your left hand's hammer on for nowhere. So I'm not using my right hand. That allows me to focus on tapping. So if you whoa, I dropped my pick. So if you want to try that, oh, there's no more pick. Damn it. The washing machine ate them all. If you want to try that, you can try tapping with your left hand only, so no right hand. And then you add, so I do that on the 12th, the 14th fret on the G string. I'm in the key of E minor now. And then I tap on the 16th fret, and then I pull off with the tapping finger and pull off again. So we get 12, 14, 16, pull off to 14, back to 12. So that's the pattern I use, and it relies on left hand, hammer-ons for nowhere. You must have an expensive camera and mic setup. Yeah, the camera is probably the cheapest one you can find, which was decent. It's the Sony ZV-E10, so you know, it's like an entry-level thing, but you can still get good quality with it. This mic is a AKG C414. It's a good studio mic, that's correct. But I have this one since before. It's not only for the stream setup. Yeah, it's my main microphone whenever I want to mic something up or record some vocals, whatever. How long have I been playing? Cool question. So I've been playing for around 30 years on and off. Mildred, good question. You're a beginner and you want to ask for some proper picking tips. So if you're interested in gaining or acquiring a good pickup or picking technique, not pickup technique, right from the beginning, then I would recommend you not only play with downstrokes, right? That's a mistake a lot of people are doing. So I think if you just try to be conscious about strictly playing down, up, and down, up, then you're going to get a huge advantage. But if you're just starting out, it maybe shouldn't be your focus. I would recommend just learning licks that you like the sound of, or riffs, or songs, chords, just anything that you think sound cool. And don't be so concerned about technique quite yet. I think a lot of beginners do that mistake in the beginning where they try to torture themselves with correct technique exercises just to find that they're totally discouraged after 2 weeks. Better just play something that's going to get you going. And it doesn't matter if your technique is a little bit messed up when you start out, because the priority is on not giving up, right? Most beginners give up. So just make sure you keep on playing, and then you can gradually start fixing those technique mistakes that you're most likely going to have, because most beginners have that. Random, what's my budget for the streams thing? I think you'd have to go for $2,000 at least for this. No, with the guitar equipment, there's even more, but just the microphone and the camera around there, yeah. But then you have the amp, which is a Mesa Boogie Mark V, and then you have guitar, which also, it adds up. So it depends on what you count. I mean, the biggest money, I would say, is invested in the time learning to play and teach. That's the biggest one. The equipment is a bit smaller. Cool, guys. So I really like where we're taking this, just from playing to equipment. It's all good stuff, and it's all thanks to you. You guys are the best, and you guys keep these streams interesting. I'm going to have to end this one soon, but I'm super grateful for all your inputs, and I hope I've been able to give you something back in terms of teaching. Like I said, I haven't been quite as well prepared because all my energy has been on making my new camera work with the setup. So I think in a week, I'm going to not focus so much on the equipment part and just be able to give you better instructional material. But until then, you can, of course, find all the shorts and all that longer videos, stuff like that on my channel. So you can just click somewhere and you're going to find it. So I hope to catch you soon again. You've been absolutely amazing. I've been Christopher Dahl. Thank you so much for being around.